Okay, time for another speed draft. TLB time with me, Kim. We have opened a Diagraph Colossus, a card I've actually not played yet. I guess it's decent if you get a zombie theme going. The safe pick might be Fiery Temper, just because it's good in every deck that can play red. The Equipment Exiling guy is very good in the right deck as well, but the Colossus seems like a fun pick, and I would like to try it out. Ooh, and black, I'm glad I picked black, because here we have Heir to Falcon Rat, which is a very good enabler for madness shenanigans and stuff like that. Also ongoing investigation and Toppelgeist, but I'm sticking to black here. Okay, it did not go that well when we played red-black aggro last time, but maybe we could go into some sort of vampire theme again, redeem myself a bit after losing in the first round. Yeah, I guess if we have discard outlets and vampires and everyone has... and Call the Bloodline. Okay, so maybe we can get some sort of madness discard vampire theme going. We'll see. Don't know how good the Colossus will be then, but it will all turn out somehow, I guess. Okay, beat down Wolf will be decent probably if we're aggro. Ooh, I've actually not played with Spiteful Motives either. I played against it and it's annoying. It's a good combat trick and it also stays on the creature. Okay, there we have the threaten effect with madness, which can be a blowout if you steal something instant speed. It's like Ray of Command. I guess I just take a wolf, hoping not to play it, but I could, depending on how aggressive we have to be. Depending on how much zombies I get, I guess the Colossus can be good. I don't like the 2/4, and if we don't get at least 5 or 6 zombies, I might not run it. Okay, but the vampire here, I'm glad to pick up a 3-drop and with a relevant card type. Don't like dissension in the ranks that much. Chasm could be boarded in maybe. The 5/2 is a devil, not hoping not to main that, but we have a lot of aggressive cards. More of a vampire theme than a zombie team, I guess. But if we pick up some zombies that also work with the aggro theme, we will run it. Okay, so the horse is actually a zombie, so could take that because it's also a discard outlet. Otherwise, I guess the vampire or the crow would be decent also, but even if we don't play the heavy zombie deck, I'd still play the horse. Gisa's bidding, actually not working together with that guy because you have to cast a zombie and that's just a sorcery. So taking cheap removal here just to get early blockers out of the way. Because we do need some removal in this type of deck, even though you get a long way with aggressive creatures and combat tricks. Tormenting Voice is decent to have at least one. Discard a land and draw more spells, or maybe just discard a madness card. Yeah, now we have the first real good combo with Hair. Turn 3, put out a 3/5. Oh, and the other one. Yeah, even more glad to be able to play that, because then you could potentially swing for 7 on turn 3. And I guess if you had to play the 1-drop also, you could swing for even more. I mean, Falcon Rat Gorger into Hair of Falcon Rat into Youths. Could be a curve for this deck. I would actually like to play Astensia Masquerade if I can get a hold of it. But it's uncommon, so we cannot count on it coming around. Here I'm taking the rats just because it's a zombie. I don't really want to play that type of card in the aggro vampire deck, but if we end up short on playables, I can play it for the possible upside with the Colossus, I guess. Probably not going to be able to activate the wolf, but it's still a 3/2 trample that could go very good with spiteful motives or other combat tricks, so I still think it's a good curve filler here. And I would like to try the Madness Enchant Aura, because the mage, I think, if you really care about vampires, or if you're in a spell deck, the prowess matters, but otherwise a 1/3 for 2 is not really what I'm looking for here. But we already have about 18 playables, even though I don't know how good the Colossus will be here. I would maybe rather just play an aggressive vampire. So we can be a bit picky in the last pack what to take. I guess some more removal spells and maybe more vampires or zombies, depending on how the cards line up. Okay, pretty boring pack for us. I guess I'm just taking the vampire here. Could have been, I guess, a lot of cool red and black cards there. And the 2/2 I am going to play no matter what, because it's a good aggressive card, and if it dies it comes back. So it's annoying if our opponent maybe stabilizes and it comes back. Could see running one of the double strike combat tricks actually, because if we get the 4/1 vampire, or just as I said the wolf, now we have a lot of creature, then I would actually like one rush of adrenaline, because then you could potentially combo it off with 4 mana and play both at the same creature. And here we have the vampire I talked about. I don't really want another 5-drop. I think it's fine to have. I have 3, and 2 of them are already Madness Enablers, so I'd rather just play the aggressive vampire now on 3 and maybe take something else out that doesn't really fit the theme, because it's so good with the combat tricks, and I like to have different type of Madness cards. Could take another rat, but at this point I don't think the zombie theme is good enough. I don't want to play a 3-drop that's a 2/2 that actually doesn't do anything. I do want to play that guy though. Good aggressive works with the madness we have going on here. I'm taking out the Embry Wolf, I think. It's not looking very good here. I would like to play a Neonate though. Then we have 2 1-drops, a lot of 2-drops. And now I'm actually picking a vampire over a zombie, because I think the vampire madness theme looks better here, and I just want to go aggro instead of value with the zombie maker. Probably would have want to gone blue black or something with the Diregraph Colossus and play more on value and grind, because when it comes in it could be just a 2/2 for 3, as I said. So we already have a few cuts to make. We're probably not going to get any more playables. I am going to try to theme this towards vampires and aggro. So we'll see what we have to cut. I guess we only have to cut 1 card, even though we could potentially have something in the sideboard that's not in right now. Okay, what do we have? I want to play the combat tricks, the dead weight, and the threat and effect. Yeah, and I think I have to cut 1 creature. I think I'm going to keep that guy in because it has trample. We have another one if that really matters. Could cut rats. I could... Yeah, I'm looking at how good of a zombie theme I could have. Or just potential aggressive cards. We have a lot of wolves. but we don't really care that much about it, except for the blocking clause. Rancid Rat is more of an aggressive card. I like the early vampires. I like the 3-drops. Would like to play the Trample Wolf, I think. So maybe just... You have to cast zombies. And you have to have them in the graveyard. We're not... I mean, blue-black self-mill zombies seems more like... okay, so more beaters maybe. Take out the rats. And I would like to maybe play one of those. Just for the upside of having trample. Or do I? Could maybe board it in also if I really need to push damage through. Just because I cannot use the effect, I guess. A 3/3 might do better against... it's hard. So now we have... okay, so yeah, that is actually 23. Yeah, then I can play it. Yeah, good. 9/8. It's a bit more red. Yeah. We have good combat tricks, and we have good creatures, and we have some madness and discard outlets. So let's see how it works.